Hello, I'm Scobogie here with your Cage Titans Flyweight Challenger, Cody Davis, ahead of his upcoming title fight against Katie Norton. How are you doing today?
I'm good in yourself.
I'm doing good. And how are you feeling ahead of this fight?
I'm feeling good. We just got done sparring, so yeah, I'm ready to get out there and ready to go do what I do.
And obviously, it wasn't a successful trip last time, but it was a great competitive fight against Phumi. How did
Yes.
you rate your performance in that fight?
I felt like I got going a little too late. You know, I felt like I felt like if I'd have been pushing earlier, the fight would have been different. Or if the fight was longer, it would have been
Yeah,
different. You know, but that's why we're here. That's why we're here, and that's why we're here, and we're here to learn. So I've learned
yeah.
from that.
And what kind of differences will Casey kind of like present compared to your last challenger?
Well, first off, the first difference is Casey's 5'9". Casey's 5'9". They're both really good grapplers, but that's like kind of, and Fumi has a little more. Fumi has a lot more experience, but that's it really. Casey's just he's 5'9". That's
Yeah.
it. They're both
And
grapplers, so.
and how do you see this fight going? Obviously, you're not going to give out your whole game plan, but how do you see this fight playing out?
Um, I expect it to be a hard fight, but the way I see this fight going, I expect this to be a hard fight. But I am going for the finish.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be trying going for the finish. I'm not gonna wait to the last round like how I did with Fumi. I'm gonna be trying to go for it right away, not recklessly, but I'm gonna be on the pushing the gas, pushing the pace right away.
exactly. And how nice will it be to start the year with that belt wrapped around your waist?
Um, it would be really nice to start the belt. It would be really nice to start the year with that belt wrapped around my waist. Because last year it was such a kind of a down year for me because I barely fought. I
Yeah,
only fought one time. I did a lot of grappling competition, but I went to go fight and I want to advance my career. You know, I want to advance my career. I want to get in there and go fight. So but yeah, that it'll be great to have that belt wrapped around my waist.
and is that kind of what your plan is for this year? Is to be more active, to get take a lot of fights?
Um, my plan for this year is, well, it was kind of the same thing as last year. It was just hard to get me fights, but still stay active on the grappling scene.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on grappling, keep on grappling. Maybe do some IBJJF this year, but I'm gonna stay grappling, and I'm gonna just keep trying to get fights. That's it.
And is this just like a one-off with Cage Titans? Are you still contracted with LFA, or what is kind of happening with that?
I think this is just a one-off with Case Titans, but I am not contracted with LFA. I'm not
Okay.
contracted with LFA, unfortunately. But I am happy. But LFA, they've done a lot for me. I've been with them basically my whole entire career, so they've done a lot for me. But I'm happy to start this new journey with Cage Titans. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like not being tied down to an organization is kind of good in the sense of you can, if an opportunity comes up in a different organization, you can just snap that up. You don't have to try and work out the obligations and that.
Um, I think there's advantages and there's disadvantages, you know. I think the advantages are that the promotion, they're going to get you fights.
Yeah.
They are like you're the priority, and then kind of the disadvantages is you're with the promotion,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes it's hard to get fights. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Like how I was contracted with LFA to begin my career, that was perfect because I was just starting in my career and I had a name, but my name wasn't how it was now. I didn't have people like, oh, we're not gonna fight this guy. I was an up and comer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, in
And
that case, yeah.
and how long do you feel like? Do you feel like if you put on a good run, like at the start of this year, you're potentially looking at a short notice call up for the UFC? Are you targeting the contender series at the end of the year? What is kind of like your goals?
Yeah, of course, of course, like, I want to put on a good run and like get a shot at the UFC or contender series, you know. But the UFC is kind of hard to get in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get in right now. But I'm just going wherever the wind takes me. I'm gonna just go out there. I'm gonna go do my best, and wherever the wind takes me, that's where I'm gonna go. But
And
like, of course, that's the main goal is UFC contender series. But I'm just going wherever the wind takes me. That's it.
And what do you make of your division just now? Because kind of up in the air. You've got a new champion now in Josh Van, and it looks like there's quite a few. I think they're going with Kate next for the title shot. But then you also have Tiara, you have Royale, Moreno. What did you make of your kind of flyweight division in the UFC?
I think the division it's amazing. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in the division. You know, I feel like the flyweight division has got ramped up. It's like unfortunately, like people they don't see the technique and the speed that's going on.
Yeah,
But I feel like the division best definitely it got ramped up. There's a lot of challengers. It's a lot of talent in the division.
exactly. And where do you kind of see yourself in there? Is there anyone that you kind of wanting to make a debut against? Or is there anyone in there that you feel like you can't beat just now? Or what's your kind of view of it?
Well, come on. You can't ask me that. I'm gonna say I could beat all of them. I'm gonna say I could beat all of them. I could beat all of them. I train with the best guys here. I train with the best guys in the world here. So yeah, I believe I could beat all of them. I can hang with all of them.
And am I correct in saying your skill currently with in the California mixed martial arts?
Excuse me?
Are you skilled with California MMA just now?
Yes, yes. I'm still with CMMA.
And how has that been for your development?
It's been great. It's been great for my development. We have a lot of good guys here. Two other guys, Victor Henry and Chris Taco Padilla. Those are good guys.
Yeah.
To pick their minds from. Also, Chad George, Josh Burnett, and all of our other coaches here as well.
And how is it being able to also like, pick the brains of Victor Henry and Chris Padilla? Because also they have got that UFC experience. They kind of know what it is once you get in there. How is it to be able to have that experience in the gym?
It's very good to have that experience in the gym because it was like I remember one time I asked Taco a question. I'm like, hey Taco, what do you think about this? He was like, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I was thinking the exact same thing, and I just wanted to just be sure. And also with Victor Henry, I was just got done sparring him today, and I'm kind of trying to copy a lot of things he does because he's very fundamental everywhere, and I've been doing a lot of like striking with him. So I've been trying to like copy like a lot of like the little stuff he does.
Yeah. And do you feel like it's kind of like a good way to kind of like base yourself on? Like obviously they're at that level. How far off am I from being there?
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good thing to base yourself. That's a good thing to base yourself off of. But I really base myself off of I'm trying to pick their brains and trying to like take stuff from them because they aren't there for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, with this fight being your first 5 round fight for, I think it was like 3 fights. I think your last one was for the LFA
Yeah.
title fight. What is it that kind of like changes in between? Obviously, you have got those extra rounds. How do you kind of like prepare for that?
Um. Well, we're preparing for it the same way we did last time. Nothing's really have changed except kind of my mindset and how I've matured in fighting and everything. So, but yeah, that's kind of it, and like also how I've grown and how my skills have grown.
Yeah. And what is your victory celebration? Like what after the fight, after you get a win, how are you celebrating?
Um, I don't know. I've been looking at a lot of food on TikTok. I've been looking at a lot of burgers on TikTok, a lot of pizza on TikTok. Like when I go on my TikTok, I just type in food.
Is it kind of like TikTok's like your devil just now? It's
Man,
not Casey, it's TikTok.
man, it's just food. And I just
They just go into the first restaurant you see and just get one of everything.
I just get everything. I'm gonna get everything. Like it's already kind of starting already.
And when do you kind of like prepare for like the fight? Because obviously you start your preparation, but I mean like for like the weight cutting and that. Because obviously you are at the lowest weight.
Well, I'm kind of losing weight right now. I'm losing weight right now. I'm cutting down on my meals kind of in a way. So when it's time to cut weight and get in the sauna, it's easy for me. It's not a, oh man, I gotta cut 15 pounds. No, I don't want to do that. I want to be right where I need to be and lose my weight.
And what do you make of people who kind of like drops the weight instantly? So probably should probably go into like in a different weight class, but then they drop into the weight class below.
What I make of people that just drop the weight instantly. I'm like myself, I'm still learning how to cut weight myself, but I hear that is not a very healthy way to do it. That's not a very healthy way to do it, you know? And when you cut weight and lose weight, it's going to be hard either way. It's going to be tough either way.
Yeah. And obviously, the most controversial thing in the UFC just now is the eye pokes that's happened. You just had one in the heavyweight title fight a few months back. What did you kind of make of that situation? Because it's kind of growing arms and legs after Dana White saying Aspinall quit, Aspinall saying he still can't see. What do you kind of make of that?
That sucks. That sucks that happens. That's very unfortunate that that happens. And like and people are saying that and like I really don't know the news behind it, but I don't. But people saying he quit. That's like that's kind of upsetting to hear. See people saying that he quit, and that sucks to happen. You know, like you kind of need your eyes to see.
Yeah.
I believe, but I really don't know a lot about that topic and a lot about like the details behind it and everything. So I can't really say. I just know he got poked in the eye and that was the fight.
And how do you kind of like handle pressurized situations? Like obviously with title fights, they do add that added pressure. How do you kind of handle that?
Um, well, I know they did something with the gloves, but I think you should put some kind of like again. It's like I really don't dive into this kind of topic, but I believe there should be like a kind of rule behind it because a lot of fights have been stopped by eye poke. A lot of fighters have been hindered by eye poke. So I think there should be kind of like repercussion behind it.
And obviously, with your fight just now coming in, there is a lot more eyes on you for obviously being the title fight. How do you kind of keep your emotions down and just treat it like a normal fight?
I keep my emotions down and treat it like a normal fight by just going out there and I just go do the best that I can. I'm just thinking about what's more important to me. That's it. What's more important to me?
Exactly. And obviously, with the Cage Titans title, are you looking to defend that belt if that opportunity comes, or are you just going to see what opportunity there is once you've got that belt?
With the Cage Titans belt, I like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna just go wherever the wind takes me. That's it. I'm gonna just go wherever the wind takes me. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do.
And Dana White, I hear that that Kate fight hasn't been announced yet. How about title versus title? The UFC title for Josh Van versus Cody Davis's Cage Titans title. We can get that fight set up in the summer.
Oh yeah, we can set that up for sure. We can set that one up for sure. You know, I'm not going nowhere.
And how are you finishing that fight? Knockout, submission?
This my fight coming up now.
No, the fight against Josh Van.
Um, Submission. I believe submission. Like I haven't seen his grappling. I know he has a good sprawl and good wrestling, but I believe my grappling is better than better. I believe my jiu-jitsu is better than his, so I believe submission.
And then how are you getting over against Casey Norton?
Um, I believe finish. I'm going for the finish either way. I'm going for the finish. I think ground and pound. I believe I'm going ground and pound. I'm not gonna sit here and try to burn my arms out going for a submission. We're both in there to fight. We're both in there to punish each other. So my mindset is go in there and punish. I'm not gonna try to burn my arms out and go for I'm gonna try to choke him. No, I'm not. I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to punish.
And what's your advantage in this fight? What do you think's your specialty in this?
My my advantage in this fight is that I believe I've fought the better competition. I've I believe I fought the better competition. I know he's a black belt, but I train with like I'm a brown belt. I know he's a black belt, but I compete and I compete and I train with black belts all the time. You know, I compete and I train with really good black belts as well, like Rafael Militia. I feel Militia Victor Henry. I feel Militia submission of the year, and you just saw his last submission. So I'm
Yeah.
constantly training with him, constantly training with him, and but yeah, I think my experience, and I don't think the grappling is really going to affect me because I deal with good grapplers all the time.
Yeah. And do you feel like with your experience of having those title fights before, winning that belt, having the heartbreak of losing the belt, do you feel like that's gonna help you in this fight as well?
Yes, I believe that will help me as well, and also as well that he hasn't been really past the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've went. I believe when I fought Igor Sakara, I went all 5 rounds.
Yeah, it was the fifth round knockout, I think you got.
Yeah, I believe it was all 5 rounds I went. And I've also fought Eduardo Chapelin, who's a really good fighter. And you see what he's doing right now. So I believe it's just Eduardo Chapelin. I fought Phumi Nukuda. I fought Mark Clamaco. So I have the experience of the better competition.
Yeah. And make sure you guys tune in to Cage Titans 75 on January 25th, and you can see Cody get that belt wrapped around his waist. Is there anything you'd like to add or anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to CMMA. I want to shout out my family. Shout out to all my sponsors. I wish I could name all you guys, but I will forget. I will forget some of you guys. But that's kind of it though. And shout out to Cage Titans for giving me this opportunity and first round management. Shout out to them too as well.
And make sure you guys tune in and see that knockout coming your way. Thank you so much for coming on.